welcome to
Sestra-Tainment.
I'm Lenora.
And I'm Dee.
And we're coming to you today in regards to
Everything Entertainment.
And guess what, everybody?
What is that?
Today is our 200th episode.
Bow, 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 bow. Woo. So excited. I know. It's so excited. Woo.
Woo. Yeah, so 200 episodes of a podcast. Now, just to put this in perspective, I was on in a stream or a meeting or something like that, and there was this wall that people could comment about different things, and it was all about businesses and podcasts and, marketing and all this stuff. Yeah. And this guy is a podcast expert, and he said, there are tons of podcasts out there, but there's only a few that actually end up going past 5 episodes.
Oh, really?
5 episodes. Like if a person just starts a podcast, typically they start it and they're energetic about it and they're excited.
And then they don't get the views and they're just like,
but they don't get the views, or they don't get the guests that they think they're going to get, or
they're not really into it. They're like, oh, this is a lot of research.
Yeah, or I just did it for money and it's going to take forever after these 5 and I'm not a millionaire.
But we're doing it for entertainment purposes.
We're doing it for entertainment purposes, right?
It's our time that we spend together.
It is Sestra-Binding. Yes, and so and then he said to get to 50 is like a feat, like to get to 50 episodes. So for us to be at 200, it's like we need to applaud ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
I need an applause on here. That'd be nice. Yeah, but applaud ourselves for getting to 200 episodes.
200.
Yep. And so based on that, sis, I'm going to have you kick everything off.
Yes. So it's the Christmas season, and you know what movies I love to watch?
Christmas time is
We don't have the money to cover that, so we might not want to do that. Since we're at 200 episodes, people might really get into it.
Certain things over 50 years, they kind of lose their royalty, right? So,
do they really?
Like Mickey Mouse. You can use Mickey Mouse in different things now that you couldn't use before.
That's crazy.
Old Mickey Mouse. Like the Stagecoach. Yeah. The black and white. Yeah. Okay. So anyway.
Yeah.
Stagecoach Willie, I think was his name.
Stagecoach Willie.
Continue.
But yeah, I love to watch movies. Christmas.
Do you?
No, I don't.
I was getting ready to say, but you don't like Christmas music.
I don't like Christmas, period, really.
Yeah, so I was trying to get that, even though her middle name is a Christmas name.
Yeah,
so
but
I won't say what it is, but it's got a Christmas theme.
But the whole thing is, I think it's that I'm bitter because I get the birthday and Christmas together.
Scrooge.
Yeah, bah humbug. Mm-hmm. And that's so funny because I say that at the end of every one of these movies and that I'm going to talk about tonight.
And why were you watching them?
Because I was like, it's Christmas time, so let me watch some Christmas stuff to talk about. I'm trying to get out of my box. Doing the same thing.
Out of the comfort zone.
Trying not to
So you're saying,
I don't know about it.
Well, I mean, that was what Shonda Rhimes called it.
Oh, yeah, that's what she
where she was like, I don't like to do certain things. I'm an introvert.
I will give you the shows and movies of yes.
Okay.
I will do that. But I ain't gonna be saying yes to everybody. No.
Okay.
Okay, so I do have some to talk about, and if I don't get to it, then we will never talk about it again. Okay. That's absolutely fine.
It's only because it's been the week of Christmas.
Only because it's the week of Christmas. Okay. So let's talk about me. Oh, I'm trying to figure out which one I actually was like, oh, this is kind of like a Home Alone feel.
Now, were these all like Hallmark movies or Lifetime movies or Netflix movies?
I don't watch Hallmark or Lifetime, so therefore they are Netflix and Prime movies. Okay, but they have a Hallmarkish way feel about them. Yeah, 2 of them are actually kind of kept my attention. Okay. Right. One of them, I was like, why am I watching this? But I'm gonna keep watching it. All right. So one of them that I want to talk about, it's called Oh, What Fun.
Oh, what fun.
Yes. And that is on Prime.
Okay.
And it has my homegirl in it, Michelle Pfeiffer, Dance, 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 do the yeah. You don't remember that?
No.
That's her dancing when she was on Scarface on the dance floor. Al Pacino comes up to her and says, hey, how you doing? You remember that? Yeah.
I do not remember the song she was dancing to, but I wasn't like most people who watched it multiple times. But continue.
I get that. Okay. So, yes, it's called Oh What Fun. Basically, it is more of a Home Alone type of movie.
I can get with
where
that.
it's like, oh, it's Christmas. You know, you hear the Christmas time here. And then it goes into, oh, now there's a whole bunch of crap happening. And yeah. So I'm going to give you the cast because the cast made me be like, oh, this might be actually a pretty good Christmas movie.
Gotcha.
And then I was just like, oh, it's still a Christmas movie. Mm-hmm. All right. So you got Michelle Pfeiffer who plays the mother, Claire. You have Dennis Leary who plays the husband, Nick.
Okay.
You have Felicity Jones who plays the daughter, Channing. Chloe Grace Moretz who plays the daughter, Taylor.
Okay.
And Dominic Sessa, who plays the son, Sammy.
Okay.
Now, Now Felicity Jones, the Channing character, she is married to Jason Schwartzman.
Okay.
He's Doug. You know Jason Schwartzman. He's the guy who's been on a whole bunch of things. I can't think of anything that he's been on.
I don't know why he always reminds me.
He's always on stuff.
What is it? Sasha
Baron Cohen?
Yes. I don't know why he reminds me.
Oh, yeah. He was on Mountainhead. I talked about him on Mountainhead. Yeah. He's been on Fargo. Scott Pilgrim Takes Over the World. He's been on a lot of different things, but he's just like... But he's that... He's that, what is it called? Actor, not the main actor, but the
supporting
actor. Yeah, he's a supporting actor in a lot of things. He's never the lead.
And you know his face, but you don't know his name.
Yeah, you'd be like, the guy. That guy. Yeah. All right, so it's a story of a mom who tries to put the best Christmas ever together for her kids, okay? And they are basically not paying attention to her. So they are not seeing all the things that she has done and goes through to make it an amazing Christmas. So what happens is she's been like doing this for years, and her mother has always done it and gone out of the way to make Christmas the best for her kids. So she was like, I want to do the same for my kids and my grandkids because she does have 2 grandkids. Okay. But all of her kids end up overlooking her and barely paying attention. So she's been asking them like, hey, like, I want y'all to put my name into a drawing. She kept sending this text message to her kids. Yeah. Put my name in this drawing for like the best mother ever, like the best Christmas mother ever, whatever. And it's on her favorite TV talk show. And like, you know, it's just showing appreciation to mothers where it's either the husband or the kids are the ones who are like, yeah, she's the best, so we want to go ahead and nominate her. And she doesn't get nominated. Kids don't even like think about it. So she's she's thinking to herself, well, if I do all this stuff for my kids and they can return this one favor by doing something small and submitting my name to this.
That's all you have to do.
It's just one episode. Job. You have one job. Just one episode, and they don't do it. So now what happens? She snaps. Oh. She realizes, she was like, so like there's one
ungrateful.
Yeah. So it's one part where they're sitting at the table and they're all sitting at the table together. And the husband was like, all right, so we got to give props to the person who's put this all together, does it year after year after year, sun up to sun down, always on the go. And she's sitting there like, oh my God, this is amazing. And he's like, all right, here he comes. He goes in the living room, comes back, dressed as Santa Claus.
What?
And she's like, oh, that's sweet.
They are so
Santa is the one who just does it year after year after year, not me.
Not me.
And the thing is that if you see her house, it is blow up things everywhere outside. The gaudy Christmas lights. It's like, well, not the gaudy ones, but like all the different colors. Yeah. I call it gaudy because
it's so colorful.
Yeah, because it's too colorful. But I mean, I guess
it looks busy.
Yeah, it looks busy. But I guess if you have all of the blow ups, like things outside, like the big snowman and the big train, like, you know, Polar Express type thing, and then like the reindeer and Santa, stuff like that, then that would bring it all together because you have multiple colors on that. Now, she does have a neighbor across the street who does everything is white. Asian family lives across the street. They are nice, nasty to each other.
Oh, boy.
So it's like she goes outside and she's like putting up her Christmas decorations. She looks over her shoulder and she sees the Asian lady like directing her husband of like what to do, and everything looks prim and proper. Mm-hmm. Like her husband is helping her with it, but Michelle Pfeiffer's character is just out there just doing it all herself. She's like, I'm trying to make this the best. I don't care what you think about your stuff over there. Mine's is the best.
Mine's is the best.
Yeah. So when she finds out that her kids do not put her name in, she snaps. She leaves.
Wow.
She's just like, I'm out. Yeah.
Okay.
Like they had to go to something. That's what it was. She bought tickets to like the Nutcracker or something like that, to some kind of play.
Yeah, Christmas play, musical.
It wasn't the right kind of Christmas play.
Okay.
Like she was thinking of a Christmas play, but when they actually get there to see it, it ain't that kind of Christmas play. It's like a Magic Mike Christmas play. But she didn't know it was like that. She just like it's because it's the Nutcracker, but it's like the Nutcracker. Yeah, so it's like all the guys have like white beards and Santa hats on, but they have no shirt on. Like they all look like firemen in a pinup or something like that. So they all leave.
Okay. Yeah.
And she's at the house, and she's at the neighbor's house, being like, "Hey, here's your gift, because I'm being nice, nasty, just like you were with me.
Yeah.
You bought me a candle that had 3 wicks. Now I had to go buy you a candle with 3 wicks."
Okay, got it.
So she goes and takes it to her, and then the lady looks over her shoulder. She says, "Why your family leaving you?" And she turns around, and she's just like, oh, and she is livid. Well, the first thing is, why does your husband not know? Because y'all live together. Like the rest of your kids are grown.
Right. Yeah.
So why is your husband in the car and looks over in the passenger seat and
says, "My wife's not here"?
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, where do you think she's sitting?
Like, do you think, she's riding in another car with somebody else? Like,
she in the back hatch?
Yeah.
What's happening?
I don't know, because it's multiple cars that are leaving. So, like, maybe he's thinking
maybe he thought that she was in a different car, but you would think, your wife is. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I would think. But I mean, I don't know. To each their own.
Had they had an argument before that?
Not that I remember.
Okay. I was just wondering. Could have been intentional. Okay.
No. So what she does, she dips out. And when she leaves, everybody is like, "Wait, where's mom? Like, we have to do this, mom."
Oh, like Kevin.
"Hey, mom, I need this. Mom, where have you seen mom? Hey, have you seen mom?" The husband is like breaking down. He was like, "I can't do anything. Your mother's not here, and I don't even know where the spoons are." And like, they're realizing that everything that happens for Christmas, their mother does for them.
It. Yeah,
and that is the whole thing. So, she leaves, and when she does, she's driving. Now they're in Texas.
Okay.
And I think the show is where Universal Studios in California.
Okay.
She drives to California.
Oh, okay.
You know why? Because she wants to go to this show.
Okay.
So what does she do? She hops in the car, dips out, and starts driving towards the show. She's like, "I'm tired. I got to sleep somewhere." And you know who else is in this?
Oh.
The girl from Orange is the New Black, Danielle Brooks. Brooks. Mm-hmm. She's also in this. She plays a truck driver. She only does a little cameo in it. Okay. But she plays this truck driver. They get to a motel. They're trying to get into a room. There's only one room left. So they're just like,
to stay together.
"You want to split this?" And it's like, "Yeah, we can go ahead and split it." So, so now she's like, some other things happen. Now she's like, now what am I going to do? Now I'm stuck at this place. And she's trying to figure out, how am I going to get to the show? She ends up sneaking on the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She drives from Texas to California. I don't know how she does it. She gets there. She sneaks on the show. Well, first of all, she's a white lady. So then her pulling up to the security gate, them asking her questions and being like, "Oh, no, like, no, ma'am, you actually are in the wrong interest. You have to go to another one." Like, then they just turn their back to her and then just go ahead and do what they're doing. She just zooms off. And they're just like, "Hey, you need to go into this, like, pull them around, come out this gate, and then, I'll tell you where it's at." No, she just pulls off.
It's privilege.
Yes,
why not?
It's privilege. So, and as it's happening, she looks disheveled. Horribly disheveled.
Really?
She has on somebody else's jacket. Like, she ended up at some bar or something she ended up at some bar because she was trying to use a phone.
Okay.
And one of the guys was like, "Ma'am, you need a coat, so here, I'm going to give you my coat." He was like, "I don't want anything from you." He was like, "It was really nice to talk to you, but still, please take this coat."
Yeah.
Like, it's cold out. It's snowing. And, so she shows up, and her hair's all over the place. She, like, makeup smeared.
So is she out of sorts because she's not around her family and doing everything for them? Or is it...
No, she's out of sorts because she is now snapped and was like, "My family doesn't
love me, care about me.
They are unappreciative of me. So now I'm going to do what I want. And I'm going to get there by any means necessary.
Even if I look crazy doing it.
Yes. So, but that's what I'm saying. There's some things that happen that make her have to get there all disheveled looking.
Gotcha.
And when they get to the show, Eva Longoria is the host of the show, of the talk show. It's kind of like I guess it would be kind of like, what is it, Kelly Clarkson type show.
Yeah.
So they have all these mothers that are go up on the stage and they're dancing around, and she just goes up and she just starts dancing with them, looking like a hot mess. Now, at this time, the family is like over at the neighbor's house. Have you seen my mother? Like, has my mother been here? And it's like, no. And then they look at the TV and their mother is
on there
doing the kind of the Temptations little dance. Yeah, and they're just like, oh my God, that's mom. And now they're thinking, like the husband's like, did you all put your mother into the drawing that she wanted to do? And they were like, no, I thought you did it. And he's like, no, I didn't do it. I thought you were going to do it. Well, I thought you were going to do it.
So now they're putting it together.
Now they're putting it all together. And they end up talking. Her and Eva Longoria's character end up talking on the stage, and she's like, "Hey, ma'am, how did you get here?" They're still dancing around.
Yeah,
how'd you get here? They're talking. She's interviewing different people while they're dancing. It was like, "Who nominated you?" And then like one lady talks, "Who nominated you?" "My husband." "Who nominated you?" "My grandkids." Gets to her, "Who nominated you?" She was like, "Oh, nobody. I just came on my own." And they were like, oh my God.
Why are you on the stage?
Exactly. So now it's backstage, and Eva Longoria's character is like, I like you and I resonate with you. She's like, you know why? Because I hate my kids. She's like, I do everything for them little gremlins and they don't appreciate me. And as she's saying this, the show producer sitting there, the show producer sitting there is like, yeah, I probably haven't talked to my kids in about 20 years because they didn't appreciate me when they were little, blah, 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 blah. It's like, so now everybody, like, so now it's like four ladies sitting inside of her big, huge office, drinking scotch and smoking cigars, talking about how their kids are unappreciative and how, like, they just are like, I'm over my kids. Yeah. I love them, but I'm over them. So
I'm sure a lot of parents can get with that.
Exactly. So it all ends up unfolding into like this little happy little thing because it's a Christmas movie. Because is there a Christmas movie that is like negative at the end?
I'm sure there is some heart-wrenching, sad Christmas movie where at the end,
like somebody dies.
I remember watching this movie called The Gift, and I can't remember if it was specifically Christmas, but it was called The Gift. But yeah, it was all about. You can't remember
if it was a Christmas movie or if it was just based in Christmas time.
Yeah, something like that. But anyway, well, or even if it even had Christmas, I just remember the name of it was The Gift.
Okay.
And so when I watched it, I was like, why am I watching this? This little girl is so sick and I think she's going to die by the end. And she did. And I was that was the movie.
But every time a bell rings, an angel gets his
But it was really like, oh my gosh, like, because it was all about, her being the gift that the parents got and that they shouldn't, be upset at each other and angry and, get a divorce and all of that because she is the gift. She was the gift. And so anyway.
But the
gift of life.
I'm trying to see like a funny Christmas movie where at the end the parents did like divorce and the kids are like, all right, are we going to mom's house or dad's house first? Like,
I don't know if they do that for Christmas.
But that would be
that one would have been one.
That one would be the American Christmas movie.
Yeah, people break up all the time.
Like, what is our divorce rate? It's like 70%, probably something like that. Yeah. So it's like, we need to do one of those.
Yeah. Hey, put it together.
Well, you know what? My next movie that I talk about is called Xmas because it's EX, like they're exes.
They're exes. Okay.
Yeah, but it ends up being happy.
I know they can't even keep them apart in a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
So,
which I'm like, that's dumb. But anyway, this movie is funny. It gives me the Home Alone vibes because it's like, oh, it's all nice and sweet, and then you hear like the music, like the bum 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 bum, where you hear like, okay, this is the funny part of it. You see somebody falling into the bushes or something like that happening. So it has comedic stuff into it, but it's not like a Hallmark, like you see this person and they're shining through the Christmas trees, drinking hot cocoa.
Is that what happens in the Hallmark movie?
I don't know, but that's what I see with Hallmark
All I
movies.
know, every time I look at a Hallmark movie, which I don't, but every time I would like look at a little bit of it or a preview of it, or trailer, or anything, and it's always the woman who's the city girl who's coming
and
with the country guy.
The guy, he got to have plaid on.
Plaid flannel shirt.
Plaid flannel.
I'm like, come
got to
on.
have an axe. He has to have an axe because he has to cut down the tree.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, how many of these types of
How
movies
many?
can you
And
do?
I guess there are women
even
who
if he
just
doesn't
love
have
that.
an axe, he has something that he's crafty.
Oh yeah,
he's
yeah,
a
yeah.
woodworker.
Yeah, he's something like that. He
Somebody
owns a
who-
ranch.
Yeah, he works with horses, right? He works with, on a farm, but he's handy.
Yeah,
he's a man.
And he doesn't care about anybody else in this town, but he will help people out in the town.
Oh yeah,
But he don't care about what anybody
yeah,
thinks.
his heart is just so, it hurts too.
Yeah, it hurts too. Yeah, yeah. And then they fall in love. Yeah.
Gotta
Bump
love
those
it.
movies. But this one,
Why waste your
actually,
time?
this one I say was my top movie
Okay,
for
excellent.
a Christmas movie.
Okay.
This one was definitely.
I'm gonna stick with Die Hard. No, I'm just joking, I'm joking, I'm
absolutely.
joking.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm joking, but you're saying of these
these movies that I watched, this was my number one, and it's
I'm
called.
just like, I probably would like Home Alone better than Die Hard, actually. And plus, there's still that debate of whether or not Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Oh yeah, is it a Christmas movie or is it a movie based in during around Christmas time?
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
So so this movie was called Oh What Fun, and you can find it on Prime. Now I'm not telling you to go and download Prime, buy Prime to watch this.
No.
I'm saying, hey,
It's a movie
if you
that
got
you watched on
Prime,
Prime.
and you want something playing in the background while you have you taking your decorations down,
Oh, there you go.
then you can laugh at it, sit down while you're wrapping up your
it's
wreath
not like
or
it
your
needs
tinsel. or something.
attention.
Yeah, it doesn't need your undivided attention.
You can hear
But,
what's
yeah.
going on and you're good.
Yeah,
All right,
you could just peek around the corner and be like, ha, ha, that's funny. It's like, oh man, that's sad. I feel for that lady. And then that's it. So
That's
yeah.
it. All right.
All right, what do you have?
So now that you have said that, I didn't watch this, but I'm going to watch it. So maybe I'll talk about it next week. But I meant to watch The Unexpected Christmas.
What is it?
Unexpected Christmas.
Oh, yeah. That's the one with Lil Rel in it, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. And I didn't watch it, but I got stars specifically so that I could have it to watch a few things.
Yeah.
And this movie was one of the things that I said, oh, yeah, I'm going to watch it during the holidays. Didn't do it. So I will watch that and report back later. So it may be a little delayed in regards to one Christmas movie. So apologies in advance.
Yeah, I wanted to
Stars
watch
had
it too.
A $1 per month for 12 months.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I was like, psh, all right, let me just go ahead and pay the $12, have stars, and then put it in my calendar so I can cancel it by next year. Because that's what I always do is I cancel.
I wouldn't even, you're probably not going to even watch it.
You're
You're watch maybe 3 things on Stars. I got the Stars when it was like $2.99 for the first 3 months.
Okay.
After the first month, I watched everything I needed to watch, and I was like, "Well, this was fun."
Yeah,
and
I
now
don't
it's canceled
know because I'm
and actually today is my
debating-
last day.
Oh, I'm debating on whether or not I'm going to look at Tommy's Power. Because
I never watched any of those.
Yeah, I watched the first Power, and I was definitely not going to watch Tariq's Power, and which Mary J and all of them are in it. And then there was Kanan's, and I wasn't going to watch that. So Tommy's is the only one that I think would be interesting, and I think it's like 3 seasons. So by the time I probably, I don't know how many it is, but by the time I got through it all, and I think it's the last one, it might take me a year.
Yeah.
So there
50
you go.
Cent is making all the money, right?
I know, right?
He got Netflix and Stars.
Talking about it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Okay, go
he's
ahead.
got it going on. Okay, so that's not this week. What I have this week are 2 things that are totally unrelated to the holidays.
All right.
So one is Tiffany Haddish goes off. On
Oh
TV.
yeah, I did see the trailer for that, and I was like, I don't know if I could put up with her voice the entire time.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. I guess I could see that for some people. Yeah, her voice.
Like I could take her in spurts. Like if it was a episode and it was just like an hour episode and that's it, but to watch
her talking the entire time about things. So okay.
Yeah.
Well, it is about her and some of her high school girlfriends all going to South Africa. Well, different parts of Africa, but South Africa is the part that they go to first. And so basically she is like, look, I just had a rough year. She was talking about how her grandmother passed away, how she had a DUI, how she had a very public breakup, just all these different things. She's been getting sued. So it's just all these things that are happening. And she was like, I just want to get with my friends and let's just go ahead and have a good time and live our lives. So she has a friend, Sharona, She has a friend, Selena.
Sharona.
Yeah, Sharona. And then you have her Sharona's, I think it's Sharona and not Sharonda. But anyway, I think it's Shiona? I don't know. I think it's Shiona. Maybe Shiona. Anyway. And anyway, she has a baby sister, Sparkle.
Okay.
Which she acts like she's like 10 years older than Sparkle, and she's just a year older than Sparkle.
Okay. Is this her like real sister or her adopted sister?
This is Sharona and Sparkle are sisters.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like she's Tiffany Haddish's sister.
No, it's Sharona. I think it's Sharona. Anyway. So
she about sure.
Yeah, I know, right? So it's Selena and her. I mean, all of them known each other since like 15, 16 years old.
Okay.
For Sharona, she actually had a car, so they would be in class, and she would be like, "Hey, girl, can you go to like roller rinks and go hang out and stuff?" And she was like, "Yeah, why?" She was like, "Because I got a car and I can drive." And she was like, "Oh, I was gonna be her best friend because she had the car. Like she was the only person I knew who had a car." And then Selena, the two of them grew up in South Central LA. And they used to always talk about traveling and seeing the world. And whenever Tiffany would be somewhere and she would see a postcard of somewhere in the world, she would get it and give it to her friend Selena and be like, "Girl, we going to go here one day. We going to travel here one day." So for them, they felt like this was like a full circle moment.
Okay, I love
for
that.
them all to kind of hang out and go to different places in the world. And one of her friends, Sharona, she was actually like, "Yeah, I forget Tiffany Haddish is Tiffany Haddish."
Yeah.
Because she's my friend.
Yeah.
So we're hanging out, we're having a good time, we're kikiing, laughing, just having a ball. And then somebody will come up and be like, "Hey, can I take a picture with you?" And she's like, "Why do you want to?" Oh, right. So she said it's really hard because they're so like cool.
Yeah.
That it's not even that. It's about her being Tiffany Haddish.
Because Tiffany is still Tiffany. She hasn't changed.
Right. She hasn't changed, and she still is crazy and goofy and all of that as she always has been, as they were when they met in algebra class or whatever. And so Sparkle, being the youngest of them, she basically would always hang out. So whenever they went in the car, Sharona's mom would say, "Oh, you got to take her."
Oh, yeah.
So that's why she ended up hanging out and getting to know Sparkle so well. So now, getting to know Tiffany so well. And Sparkle's situation is that she actually just sent her daughter to college.
Oh, okay.
And she's not married. She's not dating anybody.
So she's a complete empty nester.
She's an empty nester who followed her daughter to college and moved to the state, basically.
Oh, no. So she's a helicopter mom.
Yeah. And so they're like, "Girl, when are you coming back home?" Because she ain't like get rid of her house. But they're like, "How long are you going to be out there with her?" Like, you helped her move in. Yeah, about.
And you got an apartment down the street.
Ago. Yeah. But like, when are you coming back? And she was like, "If I do, then blah, blah, blah." Like she's so enthralled in her daughter. And throughout the episodes, you see that it's like, "You did what? Like, you got a piercing. Like, you're supposed to talk. Like, we are best friends. You're supposed to talk to me about these things. Like, how is it that
she's lonely
and that somebody else knew about the piercing before she did?
And now she's hurt. Yeah.
So it just becomes, it's a lot for how she is.
She needs to know boundaries.
Yeah. Facts. And so what ends up happening is that Tiffany's like, "Look, we're all going to South Africa." So everybody's like, "Woohoo, yep, that's what we're going to do. It's going to be great." So they get there. They get to this beautiful house. I mean, when I tell you, it's like glass all around it, double story, like mansion-looking house in South Africa, to the point that they were like, there's no bad bedrooms. Like, everybody was running around like picking their bedroom and stuff like that. And they were like, there's none, because every single bedroom had this amazing view.
Is it like the beach or something like that? Or?
No, it's just like it seemed as though it could be animals that could potentially come out or walk around. But I mean, you don't see that. But like, that's how it looks. It just looks very like open fields and trees that's nice. And different things like that, right? And so then they also have a personal chef, so he's there. And Tiffany being Tiffany and being the silly person she is, she was like, "Are you related to Trevor Noah?"
Oh, yeah.
Because anybody who's biracial is in South Africa, in my mind, is related to Trevor Noah. And so I'm just asking.
Yeah.
And so he was like, no.
Which is so funny because I just started rereading his book.
Oh, really? Yeah. So, so it was kind of hilarious. And he just like, you could tell he's just going to crack up laughing at these ladies the whole time they're there. So she's like, all right, y'all go to bed because tomorrow we're swimming with sharks. And they're like, say who now? Say what? And then,
like, girl, the flow is here.
She said, girl, I just got my hair done.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
I don't want to be that girl who's like, I got my hair done. I don't want to do an adventure because she's one of the adventurous ones.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, she's like, but I just got my hair done, kind of thing. So anyway, next thing you know, you see them all and they're in their wetsuits. They said it's freezing cold. They're out in South Africa and they're throwing chum into the water to make sharks come up.
Are they in a cage?
In a cage.
Thank God.
Yeah, they are in a cage to make sharks come up to the boat. Unfortunately, I didn't see any sharks. They had a seal that came up to the boat. Yeah. But one of them, Sparkle, she said she was like, she's shorter too. So I guess the water was like overtaking her a little bit inside the cage and she swallowed some of the water, which she think had some of the
chum in it. Oh.
And she was so sick. So that night they ended up going out to a comedy club and she was like, I got to stay in the bed. I took in some of that water. And it was not good. So anyway, she wasn't able to do really anything. Her sister is all like, come on, girl, you got to get up. We're in South Africa. Like, and she's like, I'm sick. Yeah. Like, but that's her big sister trying to tell her what to do and how to do and where to do and where to live and all that kind of stuff. So then they go to a comedy club. And this is all first episode, by the way. So they go to the comedy club and Tiffany knows somebody who is a South African comedian who was going to be there that night. So that's why they, were going to be there. And the lady was like, all right, so are you ready to go up? And Tiffany was like, okay, yeah, I'll go. I don't have really material, but sure. She gets up there and she starts to bomb. Because she goes into all the stereotypical things about Africa. And, because, in America, you just think everybody African has big bellies and flies with and they're just looking at her like,
but but then also we are in Africa. We know this is not what it is.
Right. But they were like looking at her and it was just crickets. And she was standing up there like, I am sweating because like they are not taking the jokes the way that I want them to take it. But I'm saying jokes from an American perspective. I'm not.
Take those jokes back to America and they'll work.
Yeah. And she was just like, so she said she had to switch it all up. And it ended up being fine in the end. But yeah, so it's things like that were going on. They ended up spending, like I said, mainly, so they flew from LA to Cape Town. And so they stayed in Cape Town. When I mentioned South Africa, the part that they were in, I don't recall any penguins from them seeing any. But then they were doing different things like in Africa, like bungee jumping off of stuff. And so her and her friend Selena did that, and then there was, it was different things like even zip lining. And then like Sparkle was like bawling because she was like, oh my God, I can't do it. I can't do it. I gotta do it. I can't do it. And it's like, come on, girl, like live your life. Live your life. And so anyway, it's things like that. There was some guy that is trying to talk to Tiffany at a club they go to, and she was like, I think he's a player, but I'm okay with having some international fun, So, and that was kind of one of the things she said. She was like, oh, international guys? Like, yeah, let me go ahead and do that because I broke up with somebody. So therefore, let me go ahead and do that. And then at one point in the first episode, what happens is her friend, Sharona, she's like, girl, the internet is going off. And she was like, because of what I tweeted or what I said or whatever. And they were like, yeah. And she was like, okay, I guess I should have kept my comments to myself. But anyway, what happened was Common had made a comment on some podcast or whatever, and he had
said, with Jennifer Hudson?
Yeah, but this was, I don't know how long ago they recorded this, but he was with Jennifer at this time, but that's what it basically was about, was him saying that this relationship was different, and that if there was ever anybody that he would marry, it would probably be her in regards to Jennifer Hudson. And so what Tiffany Haddish did is she responded and just said, it was something about like, you got to be with the right person and the right energy or something like that he had said. And she was like, exactly. And I hope, and I wish you both the best. That's all she said. She didn't say anything negative at all. And people were in the comments like, why is she thirsty? Why she got to be in the comments? Well, can't she just get over him? And blah, blah. And she was like, I was wishing them well. Like, that has nothing to do. Like, what are y'all imposing on this? Like, maybe I should have kept my comments to myself, but I was just saying, I'm over it. I'm glad for them. I hope that everything works out well. I hope they do get married. Like, and they're like, you just need to leave stuff.
But they don't ever see Tiffany Haddish with a positive outlook on things. They see Tiffany Haddish as the comedian who makes fun of stuff and will be like, get a little attitude about it.
Yeah, so that's how they're going to read it. The Tiffany Haddish spin on it, potentially. So, but so she was just like, all right, well, I guess I can't, do that. But at the very beginning, what was interesting is she said, I just knew I was going to be coming to South Africa with my girls. We were going to have, or to Africa with my girls. We were going to have a great time. I just didn't think I'd come back married. And that's what she says in the preview and in the trailer. And then you watch the episodes and you put together what happened for her marriage. So, yeah. And if you're like, well, I haven't heard of Tiffany Haddish being married, once you watch, if you decide to watch, you'll see.
Now, let me ask you a question. If you get married in another country, is it legal? Is it like here? You're married or not?
I don't think it... Well, it depends.
Are you only married in that country?
Yeah, you would definitely be married in that country as long as you go through the right situation.
So if I got married in America, went to Spain, got married in Spain, went to France, got married in France, went to Germany, got married in Germany.
But you'd have to have all the right paperwork and fill
then
everything
lived
out.
in South Africa,
you'd have to make sure everything was completed correctly. But it's just like people who go and get married in St. Lucia or get married in Mexico or get married whatever. Like, you just have to make sure your paperwork is intact for it to count for the United States. But for you just going over somewhere and being like, hey, I'm in Italy and let's get married, I don't know if you go into a little chapel like you would be in Vegas in Italy would count. Like, your being married in the United States. I can't imagine that it would, but maybe it would be legally binding in Italy.
In that country.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was just wondering. I guess you just got to fill out paperwork.
I ain't want to be looking into marriage.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
There's that.
Yeah, I get that.
So, but anywho, but that is basically a lot of what took place in the first episode of Tiffany Haddish Goes Off on Peacock. So I thought it was cute. It's a lot of adventures.
Is there a lot of Tiffany Haddish being the Tiffany Haddish character?
I didn't pick up her being a character as much as her just being herself with her girlfriends.
Okay, but it's not like, hey, I'm ready.
No,
like
it
that.
was
Okay, good. That makes me want to watch it.
Yeah, it was a little... No, when that part came out was probably more when it's just the camera on her and she has to talk to the screen about what happened. Yeah, okay. If it came out at all. But I didn't pick up on that, but she doesn't bother me, also with that. But no, I felt like it was more like her with her girlfriends, and a lot of it was their dynamics.
Okay, so
so it was a lot of like Tiffany would walk up and be like, "What'd I miss?" Because some stuff, that would go on.
So she doing like her own little Bravo thing, Bravo abroad.
And it's to the point that like her friends are now walking red carpets and all of that. Dope. So maybe they are getting some social media.
That's what I'm saying. That's cool.
Followings and will launch stuff of their own. Yeah. Maybe one will launch her hair care stuff. So she
maybe Sparkle will have her own show about her and her daughter's relationship. That would probably be a show that would go off. Everybody would love it.
Yeah,
it would be amazing.
Of those kind of helicopter moms and them ready to move because their kids.
And then all the stuff of like her sitting there and just being like,
you behind because she's focused on her life and going to get belly rings or whatever, and you're just like mortified that you didn't even know that you're.
I would see that would be a show that would really blow up.
Yeah, it could. Yeah. So anyway, all right, what you got?
All right, so my next Christmas movie that I have is called Jingle Bell Heist.
Jingle Bell Heist.
This is a UK movie, so you might like it.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
Probably not. You probably wouldn't. I knew it was going to happen. Now, also with this movie, I knew it was going to happen when I first started watching it.
And you said it's Jingle Bell
Heist.
Okay.
Yeah. And I knew it was going to happen like the first few minutes of watching it.
Okay.
And it was probably my second favorite out of the 3 that I did watch.
So even though you knew what was happening,
I knew it was happening, but it has that comedic parts to it. That's what I did like. It does have a little heartstring moments, but so this one is on Netflix.
Okay.
So you have Olivia Holt, who plays Sophia, and I don't even know what else she's played on. I don't think I've seen her on anything else. Then you have Connor Swindles, who plays Nick, and you have seen him on things like Adolescence, the TV show that had Scully on it. Lucy Punch, who plays Cynthia Sterling, which you've seen her on a lot of different British shows. She's kind of like I don't even know what the word is. Is it tawty or something like that? I don't know. She's funny, but when she tries to be posh, she's like trying too hard, so she's funny. You got Peter, I don't know how to say that last name, Sarah Finswick.
Okay. We'll take that.
Who is Maxwell Sterling, who is her husband. You've seen him on a lot of things too. I can't even explain what he's on. But yeah, those are the main people that are in this. That basically the main people that you need to know. And this one, like I said, is based in UK. Okay. So it follows the story of a young lady who is, what's her name? Sophia. It follows Sophia, and it's her working in like this big store, like I don't even know, like a Bergdorf, whatever. Yeah. Like a big, huge store that's like on this floor you can find the kitchen stuff, but if you need the menswear, you got to go to the 6th floor.
Yeah,
like one of those. One of those big stores.
New York City?
No, they're in UK.
Oh yeah, that's right, UK.
But as she's working there, her mother has cancer. So now she's an American.
Okay.
Her mother got sick with cancer and came back to the UK to get some treatments done.
Okay.
And now Sophia's like, Mom, why do you have stuff shipped here? Like, we got to go back to Philadelphia. She was like, well, I kind of like being back at home. I'm liking this right here. Sophia's like, yeah, well, don't get too comfortable because we're going back to like Philadelphia. Like, don't get it twisted. Now, as she's working for this big store, she is a sleight of hand person. I can't say magician. Her grandfather was a magician.
Okay.
But she is not a sleight of hand magician. She is a sleight of hand thief. She is a pickpocket. I found that pickpocket. Yes. So she's a pickpocket. So like she's taking diamond collars off of dogs as she's petting them and talking through their owner, like actual diamond. She's also
she's good.
Like she's just snatching stuff. So like she'll bump into somebody, take their wallet, take the money out, whatever. So that is her thing. So that's what's like, so she's like a thief.
Yeah. A heist.
Cool. Yeah. Get that. Now, what she ends up doing in this movie is she takes the dog collar to the guy who's the security guy, who's a nice, sweet guy who has a crush on one of the ladies that's one of her like floor mates where she's working at.
Okay.
And she goes to him and he was like, she tells him like, hey, such and such is going on break, and I think she was like talking about you. And he's like, what? She's like, yeah. So then he's like, oh, I gotta go. So he gets up, he's about to run out. She was like, oh, but I have to put this in the security lost and found, the lockup. And he was like, like he doesn't want to miss the opportunity to hang out with the girl, but then he also knows that he has his job to do. She was like, just give me the key, I'll lock up for you.
Of course.
Yeah. He's like, okay, cool. So he unlocks the door, and he was like, if you lock it, once you close it, it will lock by itself. She's like, okay. So she doesn't actually have the key. So he unlocks the door and puts it on the key ring. Like everybody in UK in these movies are like, you can't see where I have this key at as I put it right here in front of your face.
Exactly.
Hanging on this ring.
Right here. Yeah.
Yes. So now she's downstairs. She goes and she's putting the dog collar inside of the lost and found jewelry box thing. And the money for the sales are like the money envelopes are sitting right there.
Okay.
So as she zips up and puts that in there, she sees that. She takes two $50, well, not $50, but 50 pound bills out.
Euros, pounds, whatever.
And as she does that, she's putting it away. She looks over. She sees a whole bunch of jewelry behind a metal cage. She's like, And as she starts to walk over towards it, now she's like tripping on stuff because it's like something's sticking out. So she hits her leg and it knocks down boxes and everything. Now we're seeing this from the security view image. So now we're like, oh, so like we're thinking that we're looking from the security camera from inside the store. No, this creepy guy named Nick is actually got the security system. I guess he hooked up the security system.
His house?
No, to his laptop, and he's at work where he works at like a cell phone place where he's supposed to fix cell phones. So he's looking at her do all of this, and he's like, "Huh, what does he do now?" He goes and he blackmails her
because he knows that she stole.
Yeah, and this is the thing. He has his own storyline that you have to find out about, but he's banned from the store, so he comes in there looking weird. He has on big sunglasses that are like a brown tint, and he's wearing like a baseball cap. He looks like somebody who's trying to hide the way he looks.
I was going to say, it looks like he probably robbed the place.
Yeah. And he just comes up to her and he was like, yeah, I want to see, some of your diamonds. She was like, oh, the diamonds are, over there. And he was like, no, what about these ones right here? And then gives her, and then he's asking her questions. And then he says, yeah, like the money that you took out of the security thing. And she's like, oh, how do you know about that? Do you work here? And he's just like, here's a key fob. Not a key fob, but here's a jump drive. You look at this and then you call me and like meet me at this place. She sees that she's on the video and she's like, oh, now I'm being blackmailed. She goes to meet up with the dude. Now they have this whole heist that they're planning in order to rob this place. Because it's like, hey, I can help you rob this place. I know stuff about IT and security. Okay. And, we can get the money, split it, and then go our separate ways. We never have to talk to each other again. Gotcha. That's not how this works. So when they're going to do one thing, to go ahead and break in, that doesn't work. You know why? Because all the diamonds and everything are gone. And because she was the last one who was in the security thing. It's her. No, they're not assuming it's her. She was the last one that's in there, but they didn't look at the cameras. They're going off of the security guard that was supposed to have been sitting there the entire time.
Oh, man.
So now he has lost his job. Yes.
That's terrible.
Now, granted, remember, they did not snatch the stuff up.
Yeah.
So Nick and Sophia didn't snatch it up. But he's just like, no, like he's just a nice, sweet guy. Yeah. So you're like, no, he did not do this. Like, he's too sweet to do this. Like, there's no way possible that it could have been him. So now Sophia's more pissed, and then she's thinking, hey, you know what? Nick probably robbed them without me. She goes to Nick's house. She like shows up at his place, and he's like, what are you doing here? Right. And she was like, well, how could you do that? How could you rob, this guy, blah, 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 blah. He's just like, I didn't do it. She was like, you're a thief. I know, because you're just like me. And then a situation happens with that, and then they go their separate ways. Then they come back around to each other, of course. And now they're trying to plan a whole nother heist. But then it ends up being like an Ocean's 11 type of heist that they end up doing. Well, not really Ocean's 11, but they end up doing a heist with a inside person. So I can't say Ocean's 11. But they end up doing a heist with the inside person in order to find out how they can get the money from out of another safe that's inside of the building that's not in... is the butthole owner of this Bergdorf place. This butthole owner who you barely see. You just know that he's a butthole to all of his employees.
Gotcha. Doesn't
Doesn't look at anybody in their face. Calls people by random names. Like, that's the kind of person he is. Yeah. So they're like, oh, he has a safe. We don't like him, so let's rob his safe. Yeah. Safe is in his office. His office is upstairs. Okay. And it's like the whole floor is just his office or whatever.
Oh, so why would you be up there?
Yeah, nobody else is up there except for him and his secretary. So now it's like them having to try to figure out how they can get into there, seeing what kind of safe that he has, and it's an unbreakable safe. And now they're just like, well, if we don't have this, we can't get into the safe. So I end up finding out what happens because I know the movie. So then you find out what happens, and then you're just like, oh, okay. At the end, it did give me a little, that's kind of cool. Okay. But then it was also, okay, I knew that this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen, and I saw this happen.
One little thing that maybe...
One thing that was like, that's cool. Okay. That was a good little twist in it. Okay. But other than that, you don't have to watch it.
Not so much. Okay.
You don't have to watch it at all. That is going to be... that can be another thing that you put on while you're taking down decorations, but that you could really just listen to. You don't have to see it. It's not...
So that'd be for like the outside decorations where.
Well, not really outside. Like maybe
you could just put it. I'm saying you could just have your headphones in.
No, I'm saying like after you watch the Michelle Pfeiffer one.
Okay.
And you're like putting all your lights and all your Christmas stuff away.
Okay.
And then once you have it in the storage bins and you have to keep walking in and out of that room.
Oh.
That's the movie that you can put on.
Okay.
I gotta put this stuff in the garage. So let me pack all this stuff in here, put it in the garage, make sure it's all set and everything.
And just listen.
I can walk out of it for 20 minutes and come back and still know exactly what happened.
Okay.
So yeah, that's one of those.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's rom-com-ish.
Yeah, but you knew what was coming.
Yeah, I knew, but then I would watch
maybe
the
not
whole,
everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We've watched a whole bunch of things, so that's how we can know what's going on. But yeah, that's the one with that. So it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. It's a Christmas movie.
Review.
Yes, it's a Christmas movie. So take it as you may.
All right.
And that's what I have.
Gotcha. And say it again one more time.
It is Jingle Bell Heist on Netflix.
On Netflix.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
What's your next one?
So I have another reality type show, and this one it's a blast from the past. It is Kimora Lee. Kimora back in the fab lane.
She got some drama going on with her. I just heard it on the Breakfast Club.
Oh, really? Well, you'll have to fill me in then. But yeah, so Kimora, I used to watch Life in the Fast Lane.
I think I probably watched it maybe with you.
Maybe, but and it was back in the day. I think it was.
This is Baby Fat days. This was the early 2000s.
Yeah, I was going to say late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, exactly. And so she had at that time 2 kids, and I think before the season ended, 15 years ago to be exact, was when it ended, because her son that she had with Jamin Hinsu is 15. Okay, so he's on the show.
But she has kids with.
So
she has 4 baby dads.
Well,
3 baby daddies, right?
We're gonna get into. Yeah, she has 3 kids.
No, she has
3. 3 baby daddies and 45 kids, and I'm gonna talk about all the kids in a second. So, I guess I can go into them now. So she has Kimora has Ming Lee and Aoki Lee as being her 2 daughters. They were on the original show. So Ming is the oldest and Aoki is the youngest girl.
And their father
is Russell Simmons. Now, on this show, she does not, as far as I've watched so far, I think I'm on like the 4th episode, she does not explicitly mention any ex. She is just like, the a-holes. Like that's
that's the thing while she's back into like some stuff. Yeah.
So she's just like, those guys, this, whatever. So anyway, then you have Kenzo Lee. So everybody's a Lee.
Yeah. So they all have her last name.
Well, their middle name is her last name. So that's it. So Kimora Lee Simmons, which I guess Lee is not her middle name because it was never hyphenotyped. So
I think that I think she had her last name as her middle
turn
name.
into her middle name. A lot of women do that. Yeah. So Kenzo Lee is Jamin Hunsu's son. Hunsu's son. Met him in person and everything.
Yeah, but you sound like Lauren LaRosa talking about it.
Yeah, I'm a mess. Okay. And then we have here, let's see here. He's a high school basketball player right now. So, good kid. You have Gary and Jaden. So, Gary is an adopted son that she adopted from, I forgot where it was in Africa, but he was like 8 years old when she came across him and adopted him and brought him back. And he's been in their life ever since. And he's very like, almost like an old soul a little bit. I'm picking up on just like very wise, very serious, He
pays attention to a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and he's very thoughtful. And then you have Jaden, who is another kind of quote unquote adopted son. He's actually older than the other boys. And basically he was a friend of theirs. So they all went to these like, I don't know if they were like private schools or whatever, but some kind of school that they went to in LA. No, I don't think it was private, but
like
some
a
kind
Montessori
of school
or something like that, maybe.
Wherever it was, there wasn't any real minority kids that were there. And so what ended up happening is that her 2 sons, Gary and Kenzo, they just kind of, gravitated towards Jaden. And so next thing you know, Jaden's always at their house. He's always staying over. He's always there. So she's like, I basically adopted him.
But is it like an actual adoption, or is like he's just always there?
They didn't really clarify it, but she was just like, he lives here.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So he's always there. Yeah. So I couldn't quite pick up on if he was adopted or not. Yeah. Online it says adopted, but for her purpose on the show, she just said he just kind of, they've been stuck. And so he does not moved out, and he lives here now. And then her youngest is Wolfie. And so Wolfie, or Wolf, it's with the E on the end, so they call him Wolfie. That's the youngest son. He is 10, and he's experiencing just some different milestones of, like, one of the episodes is about his 10th birthday and him wanting the sun, the moon, the stars, and everything as a part of his 10th birthday.
How many people father?
He was inviting. That is a guy from Goldman Sachs. So
I think he was been in prison, or he's in prison right now.
Money laundering or something.
I think so.
Yeah, maybe that's it. So so anyway, so it's the 3 guys and her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
kids,
6 kids that stay in her house. And so the show is really about the hecticness of all of that. Mm-hmm. So you have her and Mingli, her oldest daughter. They're inseparable. They live together.
Mingli lives with her. Okay.
Yep, she still lives there.
Lives.
Well, let me get into it.
Okay.
So her and Mingli, they're doing modeling together. Mm-hmm. She's, learning about the business, all of that kind of stuff. So Aoki, the youngest one, she actually, middle of the night, texted everybody and was like, I'm on my way to Bali. Yeah. And they were like, okay, like, when are you coming back? And she was like, I'll be back soon, and their father is in Bali because that's where, Russell Simmons has been living the past few years, all of COVID, ever since everything Me Too got
And then Aoki is like in her 20s, right?
Yeah, she's young. Yeah, like mid.
Like 23.
Yeah, she said that, is she the one?
I think the oldest is 25 and the other one is like 23, 22.
Yeah, she's in her early 20s. She said that what happened is she ended up going to college at like 16. She got into Harvard. Okay.
Oh, awesome.
And she graduated early, and then she went straight into modeling and all of this. And she said, I just needed a break. She was like, I just wanted a break. So I left. And she was in Bali for 6 months at the time that this show started recording. And so it was very contentious because every time, like, they would talk to her on the phone and she would talk to them for a while, or she sometimes would answer, sometimes wouldn't. And at first I was like, is she not happy with the family? Like, is she really upset with her mom or whatever? And she's just wanting to spend time with her dad or something like that. But then later on into the season, she comes home. And then she's wondering, why is everybody treating her the way that they're treating her? And like her brother, he's like, Kenzo is like, who are you? Like, why are
left us in the middle of the night?
Why are you sitting here taking up my space and peeing on my air when you were the one who left? And she was like, but did you miss me? And he was like, miss what? Miss who? Like, what are you talking about? Like, so he
sounds like his mom.
Oh my God. But and she's just like, oh, my baby's home. I'm so excited. Like, I'm just so happy to have you here.
Well, maybe
the
younger.
And then putting her back to work. Yeah. And so immediately, like, she got off the plane. I don't even know if she got a chance to sleep. And she was like, all right, so now that you're here, you got a modeling session to do for Baby Fat or something like that. So because she's rebranding and coming back up, it's making a resurgence. Kind of like Carhartt, because I'm seeing a lot of kids wearing Carhartt now, and I did not know that was.
Yeah. But I mean, I think the Carhartt's coming back because that's what goons wear now. The YNs wear the Carhartt jackets and stuff. Yeah, it's the New York.
It's the New York thing to do. Okay, got it. Your niece had on Carhartt at Christmas Day. So,
I believe that.
There you go. Yeah. She's 9. Yeah. So
it's Carhartt or Realtree is the other one.
Never heard of Realtree.
Yeah, no. I think it's what it is. It's gone back to I can't say gone back, but it's gone to the trail ride kind of thing that they have going on now, where it's like all the black people are like cowboys. Okay. And then this is what they wear. Okay. But then Wu-Tang Clan used to also wear Carhartt all the time. Yeah. So it's like, we're going to wear this.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
No North Face, just the Carhartt.
The Carhartts. So, so then they go into, basically the episodes is all about Wolfie, his birthday party, all of that stuff. Kimora being extra, like so extra, trying to ride like in the go-karts or whatever. And it's just like, no, put your foot on the gas pedal. I got on heels. This is too noisy. I feel claustrophobic. I can't do this. And she just stops in the middle of the thing and gets out of it. You know, like it's just Kimora being Kimora, right?
Like just why did you even put yourself into it?
I know. Well, she said because she was trying to be that cool mom.
You should have put on some sneakers if you were a cool mom.
Yeah. So then it becomes the boys want to get tattoos. So all three of the guys, you know, they're talking to her and she's like, I don't know. You're only 15. Like a tattoo, that's something permanent. Like, they were like, okay, how about earrings? So then she was like, all right. And she was like, well, earrings? And they were like, yeah, in each ear. And he was like, she was like, well, back in the day, it would only be one ear. So now it's both ears. Like, I don't know about this. So she talks to one of her girlfriends who also lives at the house, who is like her bestie from back in the day. And she was like, look, let them do that. You know, like if anything, earrings.
They can take the earrings out.
Yeah, you can take it out. It can close, like all of that kind of stuff. So then the producer goes, do you think the earrings were the real thing that they wanted? And so she was like, wait. Do you think that they played me? Do you think that they really like went for something extra bad? So that way they could get like that sound like so much of an easier thing where if they had just asked me about the earrings, I would have absolutely said no. And the producer didn't, you know, say anything. And she was like, oh my God, I think I might have gotten had. But then next thing you know, they show her going with the boys to go get it. And some of them were a little nervous about it, but not Wolfie. Wolfie didn't get the earrings, but the older boys, the three older boys and some other friends all went and got their earrings. And so she's taking selfies with them and feeling queasy and, oh my God, I can't take it. And, oh, it looks like it could hurt so bad. How does it feel? You know, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, it's Kimora being Kimora. So, but yeah, so I don't know. It reminds me a lot of how it was with if you're nostalgic and you're like, oh, those MTV, VH1 kind of shows that you used to watch back in the day and you just want to watch something that kind of goes back to that. It's pretty much the exact same.
So is she the same person?
I feel like she is.
Has she grown?
I can't say.
Because it sounds like that's why it's nostalgia
growth.
because she's the same person.
Yeah, I can't say that I picked up on growth. She probably feels like she has grown. I feel as though it just felt like, oh yeah, same shenanigans, different year, you know, kind of scenario, and more kids. Than she had back then. But I'm recognizing things like how much work she's had done too. So I'm just like, because, you know, Kimora always like had puffy face or, you know, even her neck, like everything just looked a little fuller.
She had the roll in her neck.
Yeah, but she's had something done to her neck now. So her neck looks completely different now. And her face looks a little, you know, like, I mean, she's always
smaller,
been skinny, but everything just looks slimmer. Because some people, I just feel like it doesn't matter how much weight they lose.
Yeah, your face is just going to be puffy. Yeah.
Like, that's how I feel about Kelly Clarkson. Yeah. Like, she just has a bigger face. Like, her face is just puffier. Yeah. Selena Gomez. Same thing. She's a tiny little thing, but she just has a bigger face. And so, therefore, I feel like that's Kimora Simmons, in my opinion, is just like that. But it does look a little slimmer. One part that I was just like, this is a little cringe. It's the girls. So the girls do not get along once Aoki comes back. So when she comes up to Ming and she's like, hey, Ming, like, look, Ming walks by her. She's in a photo shoot, and she's, like, laying at this car, like, almost upside down, taking photos. And Ming walks by and looks at her and keeps sipping on her drink and just walks into the place. Oh, wow. And it's, like, a while before they even see each other. And she was like, oh, you look healthy. And she was like, you know what healthy means in this house.
Yeah, you say healthy.
She was like, I didn't mean it like that.
I knew it. As soon as she said healthy, I was like, oh, you trying to say she big.
And she was like, no, I mean healthy, like you've been in Bali drinking all the green juice and like doing all of that kind of stuff. She's like, you know what healthy means in this house. Why are you being such a bee? Blah, blah, blah. And then they like walk off. And so it's like that kind of dynamic of the two of them. But I think it's that the sister is hurt. The brother is hurt. Like everybody is hurt. Even Wolfie is like, how do you spell your name? Because he was like, she said, I want a space, because I guess at certain places on the table, everybody had a space where they would sit. And she was like, well, I want my space right now where I'm going to sit. And then Wolfie was like, well, how do you spell your name? And she was like, I wasn't gone that long. And she was like, okay, A. And then she just like literally spelled it out. But yeah, so I don't know. I think it's cute. I'll probably watch this season. I don't know if I watch other ones, but if you never watched the first one, I don't think that this is anything that would stand out to you to watch unless you just want to see somebody living a fabulous life with a gated community and, you know, Birkins.
Yeah, I think I'm good on that.
Yeah. So if you want a gated community, you know, model shoots, Birkins, probably fashion shoots, you know, of, fashion runways and being able to go to fashion shows, then maybe it's for you. Yeah. If not, it's all good. So so that is Kimora Lee Life, Still in the Fab Lane.
Still is in the Fab
name
Lane.
of, or Back in the Fab Lane. Sorry, I'm saying it wrong. Okay. Back in the Fab Lane is the remake. And so that is all that I have. Anything else you have, sis?
Oh yeah, let me do this last Christmas movie really quick. It's going to be short and quick.
Okay.
Trust me. All right, let me find it now all right. It's called Merry Little Xmas. EX.
Okay, yep.
MAS. Mm-hmm. And the cast is Alicia Silverstone.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I gotta find
As if.
Yeah. Alicia, because that's how you say it. It's not Alicia. It's Alicia Silverstone who plays Kate. Her husband or her ex-husband is Oliver Hudson, who is Everett. Yeah. You have Jamila Jamil, who plays Tess, who is the love interest of Everett.
Okay.
And Pearson Fode, who plays Chet, who ends up being the love interest of Kate Holden. Look, real basic. It's a Christmas movie. It's a Hallmark Netflix version of a Hallmark Christmas movie. So they're divorcing, but they're trying to say it's a chemical divorce where they're still friends. But then when the booze come around, now they're jealous. So what happens at the end of the movie? Now they're back together.
Of course.
That's it. That's the whole thing. That there's some funny parts in it, but then it's like, that's funny. But now I'd still have to watch the rest of the movie to see what else is going on with it. Other than that, it's not anything. So
okay, well there.
Yeah, Merry Little Xmas. Don't watch it.
So that is our 200th episode, y'all, of Sestra-Tainment. Thank you for those of you who have been hanging out with us, enjoying our episodes. We have been growing and expanding, and I think almost all continents. I know Antarctica is not on the list, but I think maybe
I don't think anybody in Russia listens to us. But
well, we have the continent. Somebody somewhere on the
in
continent
Asia is listening to us.
So, so very exciting times. I hope everybody has an amazing rest of your week, and we'll catch up next time. Bye.